Just got to check to see if things are going right on the back end here. This takes a couple minutes because of the minute delay for YouTube commercial. Just got to get through them before I can. We have liftoff. Okay, get this done right. Ladies, gentlemen, pronouns, lend me your ears. Crazy Kid back for another live stream. Hey, Paul. Hey, Caboose. Glad to see you guys are all here. Video and sound are good. Thank you very much. Yeah, time change weekend is, to me, it's a waste of energy to constantly put the clocks back an hour in the fall and spring them up in the spring. Mainly because it was like it's an old, outdated practice used primarily for harvest and sowing for plants. And basically, it was so that the farmers would have the mass daylight or the mass amount of the daylight for their operations in the fields. And in the fall, rotating the clock backwards allowed them extra daylight to bring their grain and their product to market. And now we have high yield capacity harvesters that are very efficient, high yield capacity transports to get the grain and produce to the mills and stuff. So we really don't need this to mess with the clocks anymore. It's a waste of time. And for the first little while, it gets to be like that. It's like you don't even know what the hell time it is anymore. Yeah, we do not need to switch them back and forth like this. It's a pointless and outdated practice that should be abolished, in my opinion. Like, some people, they like doing it or something, but not me. Ever since I was in school, I've always said, let's get rid of this. All it's doing is just in the springtime making people late for work, and in the fall time making people way too early. And they say, "Oh, you're going to get an extra hour sleep." No, you don't. You end up staying awake 2 hours longer because you're thinking you're going to get that extra hour sleep, and then you end up getting just the same amount of sleep or less. Yeah, yeah. We're only one of, I think, 3 or 4 provinces out of the entire country who switched the time back and forth. I know Newfoundland, they don't do it. Saskatchewan doesn't do it. Yeah, it was great for the overtime, but and then when it came to the time switch the other way, you lost an hour work, but you got paid for that extra hour. You were always getting the extra. You're always getting the benefit of the doubt. Hello, Kiki and Jasmine. How are you doing? Yeah, so it's to me, it's an outdated, antiquated practice that should be taken away. There's like literally there's a lot of countries around the world that don't do it anymore. They've realized that with the increase of technology for farming, which was what it was meant for, which the time shifting was meant for, made it outdated. Yeah, like even if they were to do that, just say, okay, we're gonna, this time here we go around, we're gonna, just move the clocks ahead of half an hour, and then we're gonna leave it alone. Wherever, like at the factory I used to work at, in the springtime, if you were on night shift, you would come in at 11 o'clock. You would work until 7 o'clock when the other shift came in, and because you went from like 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock right away, you basically you worked an hour, and then all of a sudden you're on break again, and you got paid for 8 hours for that day. And then in the fall time, you worked that extra hour, you got paid time and a half for that extra hour. So they always gave you the benefit of the doubt. They always give you the better end of the stick. I emailed off the rough videos for Firmoo glasses. I want to make sure that they are on board with what I've done in the videos. So this way here, I'm not going to put out something that's going to damage their company reputation. I probably did it by accident. Who knows? It's just one of those things. Not being able to see the right buttons. Who knows if he did it intentionally or he just wants to. Like he had so much uh, wild content on his channel, and he was trying to get away from certain content. And sometimes when you want to get away from a style of content that was previously on your channel, sometimes it's just easier with a newer channel just to hit the delete button and start over, rather than just deleting all that content. And all of a sudden the people that subscribe for that content are no longer getting what they subscribe for. You start seeing the numbers doing this, and that's just the way it goes. But it's just one of those things, like, and it could be the same thing as with his big channel. He was all in a huff, and he was trying to do something, and he was too much in a rush. And the possibilities, he hit the wrong button, clicked the wrong thing. So we just never know until we get the actual story right from RJ himself. Hello, Nicole. How are you doing? Yeah, these are the glasses I got from Firmoo. I like them. They're stylish. They're fun. I was just wondering, put a 1 in the chat if you like these glasses on me as well. If you think that they're stylish, my style. Because like these are the other glasses that I wore for a while. And these ones, by the time all the taxes and everything like that got added onto them, the receipt to the insurance company for these glasses here, without the frames, I had to buy the frames themselves. Without the frames, the prescription alone was $700. And these glasses here shipped directly to my door, frames, prescription, the whole 9 yards. It was $75. And that's with an extra, where did I put it? I don't know where I put it. Oh, right here. That was with an extra case that I bought just for my own personal pleasures. So, like, automatically, it comes with this hard shell case, and a microfiber cloth bag that you can clean your lenses with. Too dark to tell? Well, that's the yeah. Shows you the markup of some companies. Yeah. Um, the the reason why they're really dark is because my eyes are super sensitive to light, and being that it's like I gotta protect my eyes from a lot of light in order to maintain a average or regular style living. That's why my apartment is usually dark. That's why my lenses are always dark, and that's why for the last 20 years nobody's been able to see my eyes except for my eye doctor. Um, trying to send you how to make a peanut butter pie. Oh, yeah, you just got to give her your email address. um, but yeah, because my eyes are super sensitive to light, causes migraine, seizures. You know, I got to do what I got to do to protect my own health, and that's why I wear the dark glasses. And Firmu has understood that, and even paying for these glasses, the $75 I paid for these glasses, well worth the trip. Um, and with the promo code that's in the description box, you guys can save 50% off your frames if you order through my link. And it is an affiliate link. I do get a commission based upon purchasing sales. That's how the affiliate marketing works. No, I just darken everything right down. Like the monitor that I have, it's actually a television monitor, and it's an LCD. An LCD is better than LED for people with my condition because it doesn't reflect light. And I just set it up so this way here it's more comfortable for my eyes. Yeah, so it's just one of those things. I gotta protect my eyes, and while doing this, I really got to protect. I always like when StreamYard started doing the dark mode. I was like, oh, thank you. Now, not only do you not get that reflective glare from my glasses during my live streams or videos, it's a lot more comfortable for my eyes to actually, you know, look at the screen and say hi to everybody. And how do you like this shirt that my brother bought me? My brother got me. I have never faked sarcasm ever. My brother comes up with some of the strangest things, and he goes, "Yeah, we can't sell this. Here, you have it." And he'll give a donation to his work, and they'll say, "Yep, okay." He got me some blackout curtains, which fantastic. Yeah, the dark background, it doesn't it doesn't protrude light and burn light into your eyes. Um, and like Firmu has blue blockers to guard you from that. These are UV protected. Um, these are UV protected lenses, so that helps out. But the condition I have, photophobia, when the doctor first told me about it, I was like, I'm not afraid to get my picture taken. I just don't like the flash. And he's like, well, that's basically what the photophobia is bright light. I was like, oh, why don't they just call it lightophobia or something, something a little closer to home, All right. Um, but just one of those things, like we we do things and say things that, later on you're like, like time change weekend. Sunday was time change weekend, messed everything up. Now all of a sudden my clock on my monitor says a different time than the clock on my alarm clocks, says a different time on the time on my phone, says a different time as on my coffee maker. You know, now I got to go run around and set all these clocks that that don't get changed because they're not hooked up to the internet. So got to make everything copacetic. I just don't like doing the time change weekend. I prefer we just stop doing it because we don't need to do it anymore. We haven't needed to do that in 45 years, at least. Like, I live across the street from a grain mill. Like, them poor people have been busy the last few weeks. Like, with the harvest that's been coming off, like, those people, they're working like 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like, they even worked right through Halloween. They worked right through Thanksgiving, the Canadian Thanksgiving. They worked right through it. And Saturdays and Sundays. Sundays they got people over there taking grain in, and whatnot. So why do we need to shift the hours? All you got to do is just tell people, listen, this is the hour, and that's staying that way. I've heard all kinds of different explanations why some companies, it would mess up the airplanes or whatever like that. It's a program. There's 6 months between time changes. Like, how long does it take to tell the program, okay, we ain't doing that shit no more? Stop the time change. It don't take that long. Especially with these new IT people being trained in some of the most high-tech computer programming available. Like, how hard is it for them to actually go through there and they can just hit a few buttons and away it goes? So saying that it's because the airplanes will crash if we, no, it won't. All you got to do is just plug into it, take that code out, and away you go. But yeah, I got all the Christmas videos done. Now I just got to wait for a few copyright issues to clear up, to set a few of them into place. But other than that, yeah, I got a special video coming out for next week for Remembrance Day. I have no idea. I have no idea about that. I don't watch a whole lot of news because I find the news is weighted. Excuse me. The news is weighted based upon the political beliefs of the supporters of the channel. It's like that with news, any type of news media, like television, newspaper, radio, any kind of media source is basically depicted and governed by the political agenda of the party who's funding it. Just like the political figures are being governed by the people funding their campaigns. It's not the person who you're voting for who actually has the power in the country that you live in. It's the people financing his or her campaign. British expat is your source. Well, if Elon Musk actually did buy YouTube from Google, maybe he'll change it to XTube or something. Who knows? But it's just one of those things, it doesn't matter who owns it. As long as they do a good job protecting the people that are good, honest people on the platform, and getting rid of the people that are total buttholes. Um, to get rid of the harassment, to get rid of the cyberbullying, to get rid of, people going out of their way to criminalize somebody over stupidity. That's what we need, YouTube management to actually do. Because believe me, when I was getting attacked on a daily basis by the people that were attacking me with their slander, I was not happy. I was not happy. Well, yeah, they are a bit of a butthole surfer there, Caboose. You could pretty much, go alongside with that. But, I just, get rid of those people that are just blatantly and slanderously attacking people for no reason. Keep the people that are doing good, honest, quality content, and that'll make YouTube a safer and happier place to be. Band channels reappearing. Yeah, yeah. And the thing about it is, um, they gotta just, they can't just stop at banning the email address associated with the account. I think if you've had multiple channels all kicked off the platform for breaking multiple rules of the platform's terms of service, then you should get an actual IP ban so that you cannot, from your home, make another channel. And if that happens, that'll force the people who are doing that kind of stuff to change their internet service provider to try and get a different IP address, and then it'll just repeat the process until they run out of internet providers that will excuse me, that will actually say, we'll let you use our services, because they're not only breaking the terms of service of the platforms that they're breaking the law on, they're also breaking the terms of service of their internet service provider. Because I know when I got my bill, if you look at the terms of service, it basically states that you are responsible for what you do on the internet, and if you are breaking the law, they can terminate your services. Period. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, go ahead, Paul. If you want to, give away your email address, yeah, go for it. It might be best to put not the email address that you have associated with your channel, a totally separate one. Put that in here, and then put that in your about section of your channel page. So this way here, if people want to find out more about RC flying models, they can contact you directly that way. If they want to, sorry, the EU is very strict. Yeah. But yeah, just if you're going to give out your email address, make sure you do not give out one that is associated with your finances or your YouTube channel or any social media affiliation. So this way here, they can't hack your social media and completely mess you up. That was one of the tips from vidIQ. that, if you're going to give out an email address, make sure it's not associated with your YouTube channel, because that's how people break into your YouTube channel and take it over. But Ryan Blaney won the race on Sunday. Good for him. He's been on the hunt for a second championship, and he's defending his championship this year. So far, there's Joey Logano, Tyler Reddick, and Ryan Blaney all won their way in, and on points, William Byron got in on points to finalize the final four, and that'll be this weekend on Sunday at Phoenix. You got to find out who's going to rise from the ashes and get the championship at Phoenix. So, yeah, no problem. If I got any information that I found useful, I don't mind sharing it, because information that is not shared is useless information. If you're not sharing valid, good quality information with somebody, it turns into useless information because it's not being used. But yeah, I can't wait to hear back from Firmoo for the videos that I sent them. Like I said to him, I said I will not post anything that you feel damages your company's product or reputation or core values. So I want to make sure that what I'm putting out, not only you guys know that it's coming from me, not just because it's my face, but it's my personality. But at the same time, it falls in line with their company's core value. I won't put anything out that does not meet both standards. So it was kind of hard putting 5 minutes worth of information and try to tuck it into a 1 minute video. And then I tried to publish that as an unlisted short until I got the approval from them. And everybody else can do a 3 minute short video, but when I go to do it, I have troubles. I was like, God rest my soul. So it's one of those things, like YouTube's full of tricks and licks, and just be glad it's not my handwriting, Nicole. My handwriting is atrocious. And I'm laughing because I can almost imagine somebody, taking a look at my handwriting. Somebody taking a look at my handwriting on, what monkey did this? Oh, like when I was in grade 2, I had a teacher come up from behind me while we were learning how to do cursive writing. She looked at my paper and she was like, "Can you actually read that?" Wow. You're okay on the 11th or on the 18th? Yeah, my teacher come up right behind me. She's like, "Can you actually read that?" I was like, "Kinda." Because you stand up and read that chicken scratch to the rest of the class. And I was like, "Okay." Nobody got anything else written for that rest of that day. Oh wow, you got married on Remembrance Day. That's a good day to. That's a good way to remember your anniversary on Remembrance Day. Because I can almost imagine, your husband going, "I know I'm supposed to remember something on Remembrance Day. It's a specific day, it's telling me that I got to remember something." Oh yeah, hey, there it is. Yes, and happy anniversary, Nicole. I wish you another 14 years of blissfully happy matrimony. Oh yeah, like when I was filling out my paperwork for the pension that I'm on, I signed my name on the paper and gave the document to my doctor to fill out his part. And he's looking at my handwriting and goes, "Holy shit, your handwriting's worse than mine, dude." I'm like, I don't know, man. I just, when a doctor can't read your handwriting, you got bad handwriting. Oh wow. So you got basically, oh, we're year longer married. We're on the same day. Funny fact. You talk about people getting married on the same day as another person. Obviously, somebody's going to have a wedding day the same day as another person because there's 9 billion people on the planet. And, if you even cut that in half, men and women, and then take a third of that of marriageable, you know, people into marrying ages, you're still looking like what, a billion and a half people? There's only 365 days. Obviously, somebody's going to have the same anniversary as you. But um, my goddaughter and her husband is a great guy. I think he's a great guy. He's a great guy for her. Thinks the world of her. She thinks the absolute world of him. They got married on my parents' anniversary. And, I thought, okay, that's going to be easy for me to remember because it's 2 days before my birthday. Chiefs are playing the Bucks. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming in there, Kiki and Jasmine. That's one way to do it. She thinks you care, and you're like, oh, I'm going to sneak into her purse and I'm going to look at her ID. If she asks me what I'm doing in there, looking for your ID because I want to remember your name. Let me get a tattoo. Good night there, Kiki and Jasmine. Thanks for signing in, man. I really appreciate that. I need all the watch hours I can get, man. Like at the trajectory from last year, the hours that are falling off from 365 days ago, my channel will be under the 4,000 watch hours by the end of the week. And there's nothing I can do about it. I could go live for 24 hours a day for the next 2 weeks, and I'd still be under. That's what happens when a channel has a mushroom. It blows up, and then for the rest of the year, it just kind of mellows out. And basically, you have that fallout, and then as soon as that year catches up to you, all those monster hours come off, and then you find out where you're actually at. And I'm thinking I'll probably be in around 3,300 hours watch per year. So I'll be down to YouTube Lite. Oh, I love that. I love that. Let me go back to it. Actually, comments. Where was it? Such a beautiful, sad song. It depends on how you actually look at it. Another great country group. Yeah. Oh, that was Diamond Rio. Blackhawk. Blackhawk, another great country group with a lot of great songs. I love their songs. Hope you had a crush on a keyboard player. Uh, yeah, that's the black for the rest of the group to uh, continue touring instead and in memory of their fallen brother. That's just fantastic. That's just fantastic. A great way to honor him and to keep his legacy and memory alive. And that's one of the things that a lot of people misjudge when it comes to end of life. Yeah, sure, it's the end of someone's life, but if you remember them and keep them within your heart, they can live on forever for you. Yeah, the what's the last three letters? Like the dot, whatever, whatever, whatever. um, you should be able to open that. That's a Windows program. Um, Let me think here. If you email it to me, Nicole, I'll put it up on the screen, and then all you really got to do is just freeze frame, screenshot, and then we can get it that way. So if you send me the JPEG, I'll see if I can crack it open, and then I'll screenshot it for the viewers, and they can take a peek at it too. I wouldn't mind trying out that recipe. Peanut butter cake or peanut butter pie. Sounds tasty. Sounds like something I'd enjoy. Peanut butter pie, spread a little bit of Nutella over top of that. Oh, I'd be in heaven. Mind you, 2 hours later, you'd be like, clear. Okay. Okay. Just got to wait for it to come in. I'll give it another minute or so. But yeah, I can almost imagine, you know, uh, you had something that was really good for tasting, but not really good for the body. When you wake up and you hear the doctors going, clear. Oh, and I was talking to, oh, here we go. All righty. Let's, oh, don't want to do that. Uh, okay. Now, present, share screen. Great. Can you all see that? Looks like we got graham cracker crust, instant vanilla pudding, powdered sugar, Cool Whip, and peanut butter. Ooh, that sounds good. And then we got ingredients. Oh, that's the ingredients. Sprinkle instant vanilla pudding mix on the graham cracker crust. Cover the crust, sides, bottoms, whatever. Take the peanut butter and powdered sugar, mix with hands together until it crumbles. Keep doing that until you fill the crust. The more powdered sugar, the more peanut butter will make butter crumbles. Yeah. Put Cool Whip all over the top of the pie now. Take what crumbs of peanut butter left in the bowl and sprinkle them on the Cool Whip. Yeah. Put in the refrigerator till you're ready to eat. Cool. That sounds easy. Thank you, Nicole. For November 11th, I have a Remembrance Day song already scheduled. It's the Kingston Trio and Where Have All the Flowers Gone? That's just in remembrance of our fallen soldiers and our active soldiers. So that's it's almost like the American Memorial Day is what Remembrance Day is for Canada. So I like to do a special nod to our soldiers. So this way here people remember to keep them in their thoughts. That's why we wear poppies. Got mine on my jacket back there. We wear these poppies. I don't know if you can see that. We wear these poppies on our left lapel. So, as a way of remembrance up until November 11th. And then after November 11th, we take them off, put them away. Some people lose them. Mine has got a backing, pin backing, almost like an earring backing. And if you take your phone and go to a special website and then scan that center dot, the black dot in the center, it'll show you a Canadian military person that was in World War I or World War II or any of the wars. So it's a good way to memorialize and remember our troops. So, hats off to the Legion for coming up with that wonderful program and wonderful website. So, but yeah, it's that's what I do on Remembrance Day. Is last year I did Fourth Impact with Amazing Grace. For Memorial Day for United States, I believe I did Arlington by Trace Adkins. So it's been uncannily warm today. It's unreal. But yeah, am I ever glad that Halloween's over? Because when Halloween is over, Tootsie Rolls are on sale. I love Tootsie Rolls. They're like number one favorite candy. Number one favorite candy for me. You put a Tootsie Roll in my hand, I'll show you a magic trick. Where to go? So, what else is there? Yeah, next week is Remembrance Day, so it's going to be a special nod to our military. Yes, and I really do appreciate your help. Anybody who has backstory, a personal story with the songs that I've been covering, yeah, put that down in the comments. That's what the comments are there for. And the like button is there for, like if you like the song, then hit the like button. And the like button will promote the channel to 7 other people. For every like that's on there, for every like you give somebody, it promotes that channel and that content to 7 people who would not normally have gotten the notification. So it puts it out even farther. So yeah, hit the like buttons. Oh, excuse me. Like, and if there's something that you want me to do or change, let me know. Like, I can't make a video you like if I don't know what it is. Like if there's a specific song, let me know. If there's a specific genre you want me to check out, or a specific artist you want me to check out, let me know. I'm gonna let you know right now if the artist is all about violence or disrespecting people or has a lot of curse words in their lyrics. Not going to happen. If the artist is, got a great song that, did well on the charts, or, you thought was better than its chart presence, let me know. I'll see what I can do with it. And if it's, something that I feel comfortable promoting on the channel, it becomes a video. Like there's a lot of songs. There's actually a few songs I've covered or I've done videos to. I really didn't like the song. There's a couple of them. I really didn't like the song at first until I found something interesting about it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And it shined a whole brand new light on that song and those artists. And I was like, that I need to keep doing. Yep. Hey, there's keyboard warriors all over the place. They think they're all that in a bag of chips, and they're just pressing keys. Okay. They act all tough, and they act like they are somebody that they're not. Sometimes they're acting like they are somebody that the other people know, and they're not. So, like I've had people impersonate me on other channels. And unfortunately, YouTube has continuously allowed these people through, even though I've multiple on multiple occasions complained about their impersonations and their identity frauds. They've allowed them to continue saying, oh, it's free speech. No, it's not free speech. Slander is not free speech. Making claims on behalf of somebody else in their using their image is against the law. That's identity fraud. Making claims that somebody has done something that you have no proof that they did is slander. And these keyboard warriors, they freaking do what they do and they get away with it because police don't want to do nothing about it because they're too hard to track down. So you got to find somebody who can link you in with cyber crimes. Yeah, I got AC/DC. Which one did I do? Shook Me All Night Long on my channel. And AC/DC, I found out a little something that may be a contributing factor on whether or not a video is going to get blocked for 30 days or not. The more popular the artist, the more popular the song. I think that has something to do with the copyright holder saying worldwide. So, putting the worldwide blocks on it for that reason alone is because they're really popular. Like Prince, I did that video on Prince, and yeah, it was 30 days. 30 days block worldwide. Michael Jackson's Thriller, 30 days block worldwide. Warren Zevon, Werewolves in London, that was a smash hit back in the day. Smash hit. Stayed at number 1 for I think 7 weeks. And it was just a joke song. And it just made everybody go, "Ow, Werewolves London." It just got everybody going. So it stayed at the top of the charts. It was a catchy beat, catchy song. It's fun to listen to. And, it stayed there. And that was another one, 30 days. No can do, no moving it, 30 days. Same thing with a few of the Christmas videos that I got. There's, I believe I know Joe Diffie, Leroy the Redneck Reindeer. That one's blocked 30 days. What other one? Toby Keith, saying I'm right here, or saying I'm here, blocked 30 days. There's about 4 or 5 of them that I'm waiting on the copyrights to come off. Yeah, that Santa I'm here. Oh, when you guys see that video, oh, it's going to be, you get yourself a box of Kleenex because it's a touching song. It's a really touching song, especially if you view it in the mindset of like an 8-year-old boy or a 6-year-old boy or girl who is, being displaced. It's heartbreaking. And the same thing with Christmas shoes. That's another one that just really, make me cry for Christmas. At the beginning of the video, you're gonna, I promised myself I wouldn't cry, but here I am sobbing like a stuffed pig. But yeah, it's just one of those things. There's a lot of really touching songs out there. A lot of songs that hit the thumper. But when it comes right down to it, man, this is gonna be an interesting season because this is where the hype, the monster watch hours came up this time last year, and now they're falling off because your watch hours only stay stay with you for 365 days. 366 days, gone. They don't count anymore. And that's just YouTube's way of saying, we're not going to keep paying for channels that aren't active anymore. That just shows that, if you don't stay active for a year, you're not going to get paid. This is you work, you get paid. You work, you get paid. But you got to work a lot and get your your viewers, your views, your hours watched. You got to get them up and keep them up. And it's a lot of work to keep them up. So I think with that, I'm going to call it a night, call it a to-do, and wish everybody peace, love, and happiness. And until we get to the next one, folks, have yourselves a wonderful night.